Oh, yeah. What's up, everybody? Welcome, welcome. Happy Monday, March 18th. Sorry for the late start. I don't know if you saw it in the chat. I started the live stream for the tournament finals on Wednesday. So I think I totally messed up the link to that live stream. I'm going to have to get in there. Sorry, Mrs. TallToby. If you sent out that link to anybody, we're probably going to have to send out a retraction. Let them know that we are making some changes to that link. It's all good. We'll fix it all before 3 o'clock this afternoon. It's fine. Yeah, exactly. It's fine. It's Monday. Stuff's going to happen on Monday. It's how we get the week started. But we're back now. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to this episode of Model Monday Live. Today is the 18th, not the 19th. Today is the 18th of March, 2024. I can't believe how fast this month, this week, this year is all going. It is just cruising by. We got Erwick in the chat. What's up, Erwick? Congratulations on your big win this weekend. Let's get the live chat showing here proper. What do we got in here today? We got lots of fun people in here. Chris Knudsen, am I first today? Hello, everyone. It was so quiet. DG makes me second. Yes, indeed. Welcome, welcome. You guys could see that, right? EV Scooter, SolidWorks, Lifetime. Yeah, let's go. Ricardo Jean is here. Welcome, welcome. He says, I'm back. Yes, indeed. David is here. Welcome, David. Thanks for joining us. Victor K is here. EV Scooter, what's up? Welcome. Hello. Dom is here. Hey, Dom, welcome. Good luck this week. Sorry about blitzing the live stream link. You guys will just have to figure it out, I guess. Just figure it out. It'll be fine. Let's see. Chris Knudsen. I thought it was really quiet. Yeah, indeed. All right. And we also got Da Vinci here. I was watching some of your videos this weekend, Da Vinci. Your plasticity videos are awesome. Great job. And we got our friend from Russia here. We've been chatting in the comment section. Great to see you in here. And we got Erwick here getting ready. Says 30 minutes. Have a meeting in 30 minutes or so. So I have to be okay. So we should just get into it. Let's do it. Let's go. Let's get going. Sahil, welcome. Welcome, welcome. And Mark is here. Or maybe EV Scooter's just saying hi to Sahil. Did you model a for those without green? Yeah, exactly. Yesterday was St. Patrick's Day, at least here in the States. I don't know if it's St. Patrick's Day anywhere else. I assume it's in certain countries where it originated from. Karina Ranjan is here. Welcome. All right, everybody is here. Welcome to everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today on this episode of Model Monday Live. Let's get into it. We all know why we're here. We're here for some 3D CAD modeling practice and to find out who is the fastest in the chat. So as always, let me know if anything sounds out of line, if my vocals are too quiet, if the music is too loud, let me know, and we will fix it all up. Omri is here. Good evening. Hello, good evening. Thanks for joining us. Today, we're going to do 2 CAD speed modeling challenges. We're going to talk about the tournament this Wednesday. We're going to do some live solve using onshape. Very excited about that. And, of course, we're going to hang out with the best chat ever. You guys are indeed the best chat ever. So don't forget that as you go through your week, as you go through your month. You are indeed the best chat ever. So just remember that. All right, here we go. Let's do this, baby. The live solve, I'm going to do this one. This is the drill mount. We posted this in a practice models a couple of weeks ago. This was the, there was a couple of people who were asking about this. Jonathan said, love to see a tutorial in onshape with this one. And BMNDJD said, I'm struggling with the placement of the 42 millimeter radius. So we'll take a look at this in onshape today. We'll do a live solve in just a little bit. But for you guys, I'm going to show you a 2D print and ask you to turn it into a 3D model. And you're going to try to calculate the mass and then enter that mass directly into the YouTube chat. And whoever is able to do that the fastest using any CAD package will be declared the winner. Make sure you use the specified precision, and the first correct answer in the chat will win. These are the units that we're going to be using today. So IPS, MMGS, plain carbon steel, 1060 aluminum alloy, and ABS as the materials, and these are the densities. If you're here for the first time, take a screen capture of this page because you're going to need these materials anytime you do the practice models or the tournament. EV Scooter says, SolidWorks Trick Short is amazing. Awesome. Glad you've been enjoying that. Mark Burton said, been using your practice models to learn a Libre. Nice. Very nice. We love the crew over at Libre. There's a bunch of Libre users here in the chat as well. regulars on the show, so I'm sure they'll be happy to answer any questions you have. You can also ask them in the TooTallToby Discord. All right, and then as far as advanced rules go, it's meant to be fun and good-spirited. Occasionally, I'll make some mistakes, and the Ivan exploit is permitted. So if you want to use the Ivan exploit here on Model Monday Live, I can't do anything to stop you. You are more than welcome to. All right, guys, here we go. Let's get into this first challenge. This is one that comes from the tournament, but that we didn't use. At least I don't think we used it. If we did use it, I hope somebody out there will say, hey, Toby, your memory is not working good. We actually used this in the tournament, so let me know. But I think this is a new one for all of you. Here we go. This challenge begins in 3, 2, 1, go. What is the mass of this part in XXXX grams? Ross getting here just in time. We are just launching the challenge. Welcome, welcome. So what is the mass of this part in XXXX grams? The tolerance is plus or minus 1 gram. Kind of a cool little part. It's a tier 4 part. There are some tricky elements to this. You have to locate that C-bore correctly, or else you're not going to be within tolerance because of how that lower face is slanted. So kind of a cool little part here. I think it's one of these parts that looks pretty easy at first, but it's going to take a little bit of thought to get all of your dimensions, all your features in the right places. So good luck to everyone on this. Take a screen capture, take a 2D screen capture, use, your Windows snipping tool, or, use something to grab a 2D screen capture of this and put it onto your second monitor, and you can begin modeling. This is a model that was on the wheel for the tournament during the round of 16, but never got picked. Sad. It never got picked. But it's happy for us. It means we get to use it here in Model Monday Live. So take a look. Good luck. Take a screen capture. Put that on your second screen. And we are going to get back into the action here. This song gets me pumped. I hope the music sounds good. Let me do a quick audio check here on my second. The music can maybe be a little louder. Let's see if we can bump this up a little. We're doing a lot of stuff here. We're wearing several hats on this live stream. I think that's probably pretty good right there. I like that. I like that sound. I like that level. It's a good level. All right. Well, let's continue with this episode of Model Monday Live and talk about some news in the world of TooTallToby. Don't forget, if you guys enjoy this type of stuff, if you enjoy CAD versus CAD speed modeling challenges, practicing your CAD, practice models, be sure to like, be sure to subscribe. Looks like we're a little bit of a lighter crew today. I figured it would be a pretty busy week coming off of spring break. So looks like there's 19 people watching right now, and we got 7 likes. So let's see what we can do to get that to match up. We've got 19 people watching. We get 7 likes. Let's see if we can get that up to 19 likes. Get that to be a 1-to-1 ratio. And of course, another way that you can support the channel is you could share and reshare what we're doing here. You could take a screen capture of what we're doing. You go to one of your coworkers. You could whisper in their ear and say, hey, you're not going to believe what's live streaming right now. Live CAD versus CAD competition. Live CAD versus CAD challenges. This is some pretty cool stuff. So share the channel with a coworker. Your challenge for this week is to tell at least one coworker about the TooTallToby channel. Maybe you tell them about the practice models page. Maybe you tell them about the leaderboard. Maybe you tell them about the tournaments. Whatever it is, tell them about the TooTallToby channel. That's your challenge this week. Lydia is here. What's up, Lydia? Hi. Welcome. And Bob Phelps is here. Says hello from Iowa. Welcome. And Kai Sadureye said, I made it. Sorry I'm late. What? Yeah, no problem. Well, what did I miss? Not much, just the first model. Here, I'll show it to you real quick. You can grab a screen capture. Just for you. Special for you, Cyorordia. Take a screen capture, and you can try to model that using any CAD system that you want. I'll leave it up for 5 more seconds while I take a sip of my water. Wow, Victor K already coming in with an answer. Victor K is the world champion of 3D CAD speed modeling, so it's Andre. All right. What's up, Andre? Welcome. Thanks for joining us. All right, guys, let's talk about some news in the world of TooTallToby. The next tournament. So obviously the tournament is concluding this week, March 20th, the finals. huge congratulations to our Final Four. We got Imants versus Dom in the first match, and then we got Airwick versus Crispico in the second match. Very, very cool. So huge congratulations to our runners who made it to the Final Four. When is the next tournament? We're not going to do a summer tournament. We had some internal meetings here at TooTallToby, here at TooTallToby Labs. We had some internal meetings, and we decided that we're not going to do a summer tournament. We're going to just wait, and we're going to put all of our efforts into the World Championship 2024. So we were planning on maybe stacking a summer, like a quick summer tournament in between the two. But it just feels like it's rushing a little bit too much to kind of jam one additional tournament in the middle there. We figured it'd be better off kind of putting all of our effort into getting ready for the World Championship this year. So be on the lookout for that World Championship. Be on the lookout for the registration, the qualification. We'll see all that stuff going up in the next couple of months. Between now and then, what you can do is you can go to TooTallToby.com and you can go to leaderboard and you can practice the leaderboard. So there's a March leaderboard up right now. Speed model these 3 parts. Speed model it, post your video. I'll watch the video, and if it's legit, if you did everything right, I'll confirm. What you want to do is go to this video here, record your run, and reply to this video, March Synthwave, and that's where you can put your video run. You can also watch some older video runs from September last year or from June last year. There's all these old video runs from last year that are really good. Lots of different CAD systems, lots of different experts running these models. But you can speed model these 3 parts in March and see if you can get to the top of that leaderboard. Airwick in the chat, currently at the top of that leaderboard. Did 3 pretty complicated models in just 4 minutes. Very, very impressive. And you can watch his video if you want to see how he did it. You can watch his video. So that's a good way to practice to get yourself ready to qualify for the next tournament. All right, what else is going on? We did post an Onshape video last week. There's a new tool that you can use to convert SolidWorks parts to Onshape parts. It's currently not on the website, but if you have any questions about it, I can answer your questions until it gets back up on that website. But in the meantime, you can at least watch the video and you can see what it looks like to convert SolidWorks parts to Onshape parts and to convert over the feature history tree. So this part was called Lockstar. We did this with TooTallToby in the practice models, and then I was able just to open it and convert it into Onshape and bring over the entire history tree. So that means like you have sketches with dimensions you can double click on and change the dimensions when you're done. Pretty darn cool. Let's see here. And Mr. Alex, great question here, says, when will the World Championship be? I'm trying to plan my vacation. Yo, that's the dedication that we like. That's what makes you guys the best chat ever. That is it right there. Yeah. +1. Guys, if you guys like that comment from Mr. Alex, put a 1 in the chat. That is absolutely a +1 in the chat from Mr. Alex. Comment of the day. When will the World Championship be? I got to plan my vacation around that. That's the spirit you got to have if you're going to be a champion. We will get those dates posted very soon for you, Mr. Alex, and for everyone. We will get those dates posted very soon. I like it. I like it. All right, so be sure to check out the March leaderboard. The March leaderboard is up and running. We've been posting a lot of videos. We haven't been together for 2 weeks. Model Monday Live hasn't been running for 2 weeks. We took off last week, so we posted a few practice models. Then we did that Onshape video. We did a power move video, how to calculate fluid volume in SolidWorks. So if you've got a vessel and you want to calculate fluid volume, there's a step-by-step guide there. How to model this part using Onshape, so step-by-step tutorial from a couple of live streams ago. And then also on Pi Day on 3.14, March 14th, I created a video about how you can take pi and use it as a variable to drive a dimension in SolidWorks to create a cylindrical end cam. Kind of a cool little application of the wrap command and using pi in your dimensions. So check out those videos. Lots of good stuff on the video front. And then for the past few days, you may have noticed that I've been posting all of the episodes sequentially of just the battles from the Elite 8. So starting with the very first match in the Elite 8 and going all the way through, I'll finish up tomorrow posting the final battles. But all of the battles in the Elite 8 are posted on one playlist, and you can check that out on the TooTallToby YouTube channel. Makes it a little bit more exciting to kind of see what's going to happen on Wednesday as we enter the Final Four. Of course, the shorts. I know somebody earlier mentioned the shorts in the chat. Yes, the shorts are epic. We are on day number, I think, 63. We've been doing a new shorts every day with SolidWorks tips. Really CAD tips. It's not It doesn't all have to be SolidWorks. There's going to be other tips in here, Onshape tips, Libre tips. It's just all SolidWorks right now because I have acquired a huge library of tips and tricks for SolidWorks, and I'm trying to get them all out there for all of you to make your life a little bit easier. So Ross in the chat says, gotta love a SolidWorks crash. Yeah, I'll bet you do. Something that I never seem to miss that when I'm working in Onshape. Never seem to miss the SolidWorks crash, losing my work. Doesn't really happen in Onshape. Everything you do in Onshape is insta-written to the database, essentially. It's insta-written, so you can always, if your whole computer has like a catastrophic meltdown, you can just jump to the next computer and you'll be right where you left off. So it's pretty awesome. There's no save button. Guys, if you ever want to keep track of what we're doing as far as content being posted, TooTallToby.com/calendar. You can check it out. You can see all the stuff that we're posting. Now, as far as the Spring Open goes, we are winding down on the finals. You can see here what the total bracket looks like. Imants in the upper left bracket there defeated all challengers and made it through that upper left bracket. Dom in the lower left bracket defeated all challengers. So we're going to see a SolidWorks versus Onshape showdown on Wednesday in that left bracket. And then on the right, upper right, we got Erwick. He defeated Will from Brazil, one of the strongest competitors in the entire tournament. He defeated Mr. Alex in an epic 3-match showdown last week or 2 weeks ago. And now he's going to have to face off against Crispy Co. So another Onshape versus SolidWorks showdown. It's pretty cool. We have Onshape versus SolidWorks and Onshape versus SolidWorks in the Final Four. Will it be a clean sweep? Will one CAD system completely defeat the other? Who knows? We'll see what happens. Or are we going to see a SolidWorks versus Onshape showdown in the finals, which we've seen before? We saw that 2 years ago in the World Championship. So we'll see what happens here. It's going to be awesome. I'm very excited. I couldn't ask for a more exciting batch of people to be in the Final Four. So check it out. Grab the flyers. If you see me showing the flyers on social media, grab the flyer, repost it on your social media, send it around to your friends, print it out, hand it to your mail lady. You know, just try to spread the word. We're going to try and get as many people as we can to watch the finals this Wednesday. It'll be a slightly longer episode because it's going to be 3 matches instead of 2, because we'll have the, Final Four, and then the finals. Semifinals, finals. And, of course, I want to thank our sponsors of the tournament. Libre is one of our sponsors. We love the crew over at Libre. Libre makes 3D CAD that is powerful yet affordable. You purchase it once, and it's yours forever. So if you're ever in the market for some Libre, check them out at Libre.com, and you can use this coupon code to get 22% off your entire cart. TooTallToby 22 MAR. Pretty cool little coupon code there. Of course, we want to thank our friends over at SolidBox. They provide a lot of different professional solutions. Sponsor of the channel for a long time and sponsor of the tournament. New sponsor of the Elite 8, Just-in-Time CAD Cam. JIT CAD Cam, a veteran-owned Autodesk reseller in the United States, specializes in Fusion, HSM Works, and Inventor Cam. So you can visit them, JIT CAD Cam, if you ever need any Fusion, HSM Works, or Inventor Cam support. Fusion Phil will take care of you. So awesome to have them as our sponsor. And then finally, moving into the Final Four, our semifinal and final sponsor is none other than Onshape, browser-based 3D CAD for professional engineering teams. And if you are on a professional engineering team and you want to try Onshape, you can try it for 6 months. You and your whole team can get it and try it for 6 months. So you can do an entire project, maybe even a few projects, and really see if Onshape is the right fit. If you have a trial for a week or 2 weeks or even a month, it might not be long enough. But to let your whole team try Onshape for 6 months, that should be enough time for you to figure out, is this really all Toby's hyping it up to be? This will give you a chance to find out. onshape.pro/TooTallToby. Onshape crash, you never crash. Nope, you don't. It doesn't really work that way. It's the way the data is written as you're creating it. It's like essentially it's everything you do is written as a data point back to. They say back to the cloud, really back to the servers, but yeah, back to the cloud. So everything you do is just kind of automatically tracked. And yeah, the crash would be like a crash on your browser or like a crash, like I said earlier, on your whole computer. Your whole computer might shut down, or Windows might run an update while you're in the middle of working. I know I've had that happen before. All right, guys, don't forget I mentioned this a moment ago. There's a playlist for the Elite 8, and if you look at that playlist, you can see all of the matches. Match 1, Battle 1, Match 1, Battle 2, Match 2, Battle 1, Match 2, Battle 2, Match 2, Battle 3. Mr. Alex versus Airwick, that was a really, really good match. That was a lot of fun to watch. It's pretty crazy. Look at Airwick giving us the technical details. The surfer can crash in the background, but it recovers in a fraction of a second, so you don't notice. Oh, good to know. We try to keep the information as accurate as possible here on Model Monday Live. Okay, don't forget there's a new TooTallToby Discord server. This is where we hang out after the tournament is over. You guys could even hang out in there during the tournament if you wanted to, have like a watch party in there. But that's where we hang out after the tournament. There's a VC channel in the tournament section, and we do a little after party in there, kind of decompress a little bit, congratulate our winners, and just kind of like a cool little additional place to hang out after it's all over. If you want some behind the scenes info, join us in the TooTallToby Discord server after the tournament. And one of the things that we're going to be focusing on now, since we decided not to do the tournament, is going to be the practice models page. So be sure to check out TooTallToby.com/practice. It's got a built-in clock, tiered level difficulty, a leaderboard. You can track your progress. It's mobile friendly. And we're going to see some new models in there later today. There's currently 21 models. So there's a lot of people. Look at all these Libre users. A lot of Libre users in there. And they are in there, and they're kind of like dominating that leaderboard. But you can go in there. We're going to have some new models later today. We'll have some new models. We'll have 9 new models before the end of the week. So you're going to be able to do up to 30 models for free in there as long as you sign up for a free TooTallToby account. And you guys know, if you're not familiar, if you haven't been there, just for anybody who hasn't been there, the practice model section is pretty cool. As you do those practice models, they become revealed, unobfuscated. But, until then, all you get is this little tiny, it is a preview of the actual drawing. So I guess you could kind of use that to, get a feel for what you're going to be running into. But once you click on it, that's going to take you into the actual drawing. And you're going to be challenged to create that drawing as quick as you can against the clock. And we're going to see some more cool functionality with practice models. So check it out. You're going to enjoy it. Sign up for a free account, TooTallToby.com. And that's it for now. Don't forget, like and subscribe. How are we doing with our likes? We got 25 people watching. How many likes we got? 16. Okay, not bad. We're up from where we were before. Let's see what we can do to get that up to 25. If you're watching, if you're enjoying this kind of stuff, hit that like button. Be sure to share this with a coworker. Let them know what we're doing in here on Model Monday Live. And let's take a look at this first answer. Anti-Venom in the chat. What's up, my man? Long time no see. Welcome, welcome. All right, let's see how we did on this first one here. Looks like it was Victor K who came in with the very first answer, 1803. Victor K is the world champion of 3D CAD speed modeling, and he is continuing to dominate. Ricardo Jean coming in, 1398. Ricardo Jean put in an outstanding performance last week, suffered a real heartbreaker with regards to a little unit issue. Created a model in millimeters that was designated as being in inches. And how many times have we all done that? I know I've done that plenty of times myself. So that was a real heartbreaker. But Ricardo Jean, very fast, one of the strongest competitors in the tournament. 1398, very nice. Airwick, 1394. Airwick saying, oops, 1398. Dom, he's in our final. Airwick and Dom are both in our final 4. 1398. Victor K, 1398. Oh, Victor K revising. I like it. Somehow put 19 degrees instead of 9. Dope. All right. Let's see here. DG, 1398. Very nice. Omri coming in here, 1398. Very nice, very nice. And our friend from Russia, 1533. Very, very nice. Anybody who got through this model in that short amount of time, very, very impressive, very well done. But there can only be one winner, and that winner is, looks like Ricardo Jean. So GG to Ricardo Jean. 1398 is the correct answer. Let's see here. Here he is, Ricardo Jean. Very nice. Massa 1398. GG to Ricardo. He earns a point for this matchup. Well done. Well done. Very nice. And good job to anybody who finished that model. That's a tricky model. Not easy. And congratulations on doing that model. But it's not over. Oh, Rock Crawler's here. Rock Crawler, what's up? Sorry about the sorry about logging into that other stream at the start. I saw you in there at the beginning. You were like, "Hey, why is everybody over here?" So yeah, good job. We fixed it. We made it. Have a meeting, but we'll try to multitask. Okay, that's what I like, Airwick. All right, let's get into the next one then. Here we go. Challenge number 2 for this episode of Model Monday Live. Who can model this as fast as the fastest person? Begins in 3, 2, 1, go. What is the mass of this part in XXXX grams, tolerance plus or minus 2 grams? Now, this part, you may notice in the title, is 24-SPO-40 rod mount. You guys may have been wondering, what was SPO-40? It was this one. It was a brand new model for the tournament. Never seen before. Kind of a cool little model here. What is the mass of this part in XXXX grams? Tolerance is plus or minus 2 grams. This is made from 1060 aluminum alloy, 2,700 kilograms per cubic meter. What is the mass of this part? That is the question for all of you. And we'll see who can figure this out. Who can figure it out the fastest? Who can use some cool tricks to get this one correct? A little bit tricky with this one, that's for sure. All right, I hope that was enough time for everybody, because we are going to move on with our presentation. We're going to get into a little bit of a live solve here. I want to make sure I give myself enough time to solve this. So we're going to do some 3D modeling here in Onshape, and the model that we're going to create is going to come from our practice models challenge from a few weeks ago. What is the mass of this part in XXXX grams? The tolerance is plus or minus 2 grams. This part is called drill mount. It's a tier 5 part, so not easy, not an easy part. So let's get into it here with some Onshape live 3D modeling, and we'll see if we can solve this model and come up with the correct mass. What is the mass of this part in XXXX grams? Tolerance plus or minus 2 grams, and this is in plain carbon steel, and the density is 7,800 kilograms per cubic meter. So one thing that I get asked a lot is, you know, what are some strategies, what are some techniques you use to become faster and faster at modeling? And one of those strategies would be to kind of discretize the model. And what I mean by that is look at your models and think to yourself, you know, how would you break this model down into different sections or different features? So without even knowing anything about 3D CAD, you might say that like this section up here, this upper section with the counter bore, that's going to be one section. This section down here, the main plate down at the bottom, that's going to be one section. And then this section here, the rib that's kind of like a transition between the two, that's going to be one section. And the more you practice doing things like this, the more you practice kind of breaking down your model into different areas of the model, the better your strategy is going to be for creating that model. So it's good to kind of look at the model as a whole, but also kind of get in the habit of breaking it down into different sections. This is also a lot of times how we create things in mechanical engineering, because it makes it easier for us to make changes when it's like you've got these discrete areas of the model. So then what you have to do is you have to figure out what order you're going to build those features in. And that takes a little bit more experience, a little bit more practice. But I think that for me, the order that I would create this thing in is I would start out by just creating a rectangle, just a regular rectangle for the base plate. Then I would create a revolve here. Now you could do this as an extrude or as a revolve. I just think it's going to be easier because of how the dimensioning is done to do this as a revolve. And then I would create the vertical, the taller vertical rib here. And then I would finish off by creating this rib that's kind of sticking out here. And I say finish off because that's going to give me all of my solid geometry. So I'm going to start out by creating all my solid geometry. And then after that solid geometry is created, I'm going to be pretty comfortable going in and adding this cut extrude on the bottom, adding these slots here, adding this C-bore up top here. So after I do all my boss extrudes, I'll do my cut extrudes. And then after I'm done with my cut extrudes, then I'll finish off with any final fillets or anything. So I can maybe add in this 42 millimeter fillet and maybe add in these fillets here on the corner. So start out with your boss extrudes, then do your cut extrudes, then do your fillets. And the other part of this is try to kind of discretize a model. Try to take a model and break it up into different sections that you're going to work on. And then, you know, get those sections out of the way and correct first, and then go back in and add the fine details. So that would be my advice to anybody who's, you know, who's been asking, you know, do you have any advice for how to, you know, how to approach these kinds of models, how to become a model mania wizard, those types of things. That's kind of the best advice I can give you is look at the whole model, kind of discretize it into different areas, and then when you're done, go through and start modeling. Start with your bosses, and then add your cuts, and then add your kind of final details, your drafts, your fillets, and things like that. So here we are. We're at the website, onshape.com/free. If you want to start learning 3D CAD today, you could go to onshape.com. You could sign up for a free account, and when you sign up for that free account, you're going to be able to get in here and create whatever you want, but everything you make is going to be in the public space, which means that anybody can go and they can search and they can find your documents. Now, that's kind of cool because it means you can easily go through and search other people's documents if you need some components for your assembly. But just be aware that this is really meant for users who are trying out the software, trying to learn how to use 3D CAD, but you're not really going to be able to use it in a professional environment because you're going to be exposing all your work to the world. So just keep that in mind, but it is totally free. It's a great way to get people started, great to get students started, or maybe even you yourself get started learning a new CAD system. Then if your team is ready to do some Onshape together, you could check out that link I showed earlier, onshape.pro/TooTallToby. So I'm going to go in here. I'm going to create a new document. I'm going to call this 24-02-17 space drill mount. Now, because this is a public document, it means that you can search for it. So if you were asking for a tutorial, you can search and you can find this tutorial. And then I'm going to go to the top plane. I'm going to begin a sketch. So I just use the S key on my keyboard to bring up that menu. There's the S key again. I'm going to sketch a rectangle here, and we'll give this rectangle the dimensions as are shown on the print. So it looks like this is 90 in this direction and 110 in this direction. Whoops, looks like I missed my 0 there. Now I'm going to S key, and I'm going to turn this into an extrusion, and this is going to come up to a height of 18 millimeters. So there we go. There is our first feature. Again, kind of discretizing this model into different sections to break it down and make it a little bit easier. So front plane, I'm going to begin another sketch. And for the second sketch, just like we talked about in the game plan, I'm going to create this as a revolve. So instead of sketching that cylinder as a circle and extruding it up to a height of it's 100 minus 66. Instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a radius here of 20, and then the height here is going to be 100 minus 66, and there we go. And now all I need to do is add in my final dimensions. So the dimension from the base here is going to be a dimension of 66, and then the dimension from, it's crazy, it's a dimension from this end of the model to the center of the cylinder. So from this end of the model to the center of the cylinder is going to be at a value of, whoops, I think I just, oh yeah, S keyed and I turned it off. It's going to be at a value of 153. So that's the center of the cylinder. So now I could go revolve, and then for my revolve axis, I can choose here, the center of the cylinder, and there we go. Now we've got two of the features from this model, two of the, you discretize the model, you break it up into different features, and then you kind of one at a time start making those features. Now, of course, there's other techniques, like a lot of the Onshape users that I've seen are very comfortable going through and sketching the entire shape all at once. So like there's plenty of Onshape users and SolidWorks users in the chat that would go through and they would create their first sketch and it would look something like this. They would create this shape, they would create this shape like this, they would create this extra line here with an offset, they would create this shape here like this, and then like this, and then they would have just a single sketch that they could use over and over and over and over again. And that's fine too. That definitely works. I just prefer to kind of break it up and do them one feature at a time. Just makes it a little easier, especially when the customer comes back to you and says they need to make changes. So now here on the front plane, I'm going to begin another sketch, and this sketch is going to reference the previous sketch that I created for the revolve. So I'll show that previous sketch. I think that's going to make it a little bit easier for me. So now I can click here on this first line, come over with the horizontal line, come back, touch the endpoint, come off of that endpoint and drop an arc. And then I can right away give that the radius value there of 41. And then I can just make a vertical line here. Basically, this vertical line is just going to come down to this corner here, I think. And so these guys are going to be coincident. Just pick those two and press I. And then these guys here are going to be tangent. So I could maybe just do a little crossing there over both of them and then press T. And look at that. That geometry went nice and black. That's what I like to see. And so now for that other arc, I'll basically do the same thing. Come back, touch the endpoint, come over here with an arc, click in the background, and I'll say that's got a radius of 69. Nice. And then I can just make a vertical line here and then bring another line over to here like so, and then just kind of hook those two together. And so now these are going to be tangent. So once again, I can do that kind of crossing trick, select both of those and press T to make those tangent. And then this one, it's kind of weird. It's got a dimension from here to the center of the arc. So from here to the center of the arc, and that dimension is 114. And that's kind of the tricky part. That's the part you're probably going to struggle with the most, is getting that 114 locked down. Now, you could at this point also include that 42 millimeter dimension if you wanted to, but I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I'll just come back in after the fact and create that 42 millimeter with a fillet. So now at this point, we can go into extrude, and then I'm using the tab key here to get through this menu. That rib is 6 millimeters wide, and then I'm going to go down here to symmetric, and this is going to be an add, and I'm going to add it to this and this. I also could have just done merge with all there, I guess. Merge with all. So there we go, merging that into those two, and that looks beautiful. I love it. And so now we're going to go front plane again, begin a sketch. We're going to orient the view. And then we could show that previous sketch again. And because then we could kind of reuse that geometry from the previous sketch. So I could take this and this and this. And then I could do a use, like it's kind of like a convert entities. And then we do have a thin feature coming out of Onshape. I never tried using it with thin feature here before, but let's see what happens. So if we do thin feature, and then we say we want to use this sketch, and then we say we want that to have a thickness of 6, and we want it to be to a depth of 40 and symmetric. Guys, I think that looks like a winner. That looks like a winner to me. So we're going to hit the green check mark there. Boom. That gives us that shape. That looks awesome. And so now it's just a matter of going back through and adding in those final cut extrudes like we talked about. So the cut extrude, might be this face here, begin a sketch, orient the view, and I could create an angled line that comes over here, a line right to the middle, come down to the origin here. This is a little trick that I've seen some of the Onshape users do. Even though this dimension looks like it's like 8.26 or 6.26, something like that. When I click down here on this lower point, I can let go of my mouse, and then I can type in what that dimension is supposed to be. So it's supposed to be 8. So I press enter, and that is a nice little time saver there because it makes sure that dimension is just kind of right there. Even though that wasn't the actual dimension. Like this one here, you'll see it more. This is supposed to be 65/2. So I type in 65/2, and then it just pulls the value right to that location. Really nice time saver. Shout out to all the Onshape users who do that. That definitely helped me learning that. So I'll make that line construction, and then I'll just do a window here and mirror that geometry across, and then I'll do one final dimension here for the angle here. This is 65, and there we go. Take that and turn that into an extrusion. That's going to be a remove, and we're going to go through all. Whoops, let's get back to solid here for that remove. Remove. I got to get better at switching between those different extrude types and not losing my selection. I always feel like I lose my selection in that workflow. Okay, and now I'm going to create a line here, and this line is going to have a distance of 45, and then I'm going to select that line, and then up here where we've got our offset entities command, we've also got our slot command in Onshape. So up here, you've got offset, you've also got slot. So usually you start out with a line, and then once you have that line sketch, you go up here to slot, and then you can see that that's going to let you offset that slot to a set distance. So we could offset that to... radius 6, so that'll be 12 for that diameter. And now we just need to put in those dimensions. So dimension to here, 15, and a dimension to here of, what is that one, 11? Looks like 11 to me. And then we could maybe do another construction line here, so I'll press Q just to give myself a construction line. I know you don't have to have that construction line, but I just like having it. It just kind of makes it a little bit easier to quickly mirror that. And these, making them into construction is really just like an old habit. Probably don't have to do that in Onshape, but so now we're going to turn that into a cut extrude. So we'll do that as a remove, and that's going to go through all. What do we think of that? I think that looks pretty darn good. And so now we could do a hole. So we come up here, we could do a hole, and this is going to use the option for mate connectors. It's kind of like a good way to wake up the center of a cylindrical face like that. And this is going to be a counter bore. And it's going to utilize the dimensions 14, 5. Oops. Wait, what am I doing here? That's going to be 25, 5. And this is going to go through. And that one's going to be 14. Okay, 14, 25, 5. Yep, there we go. That looks good. Oh, yeah, that looks real good. So now we've got our fillets to kind of wind this thing down. So there's going to be a fillet here at 42, and that'll be on this edge. And that looks good. And remember, you can do Shift-Enter, and that'll take you right back into the same command. And so then I could make this one a radius of 11. And that's going to be these 1, 2, 3, 4 corners. And with the check mark. And that is how I would kind of approach that part using Onshape. So the final steps here would be to go into my right mouse button on the name of the part, choose Assign Material. Once we choose Assign Material here, you can see that we can go to my TooTallToby custom materials. We can go to the plain carbon steel, the check mark, and then we can go into mass properties and we can click on this body and we can see that we are coming up with a mass of 1490 grams, 1490 grams. And so if we return to the PowerPoint, did we get it correct? Oh yeah, we got it correct, baby. First try. That's what I'm talking about. So that is the workflow for creating this model using Onshape. I hope that you guys enjoyed that. If you did, be sure to like, be sure to subscribe. Always good to support the channel. The best way to support the channel is like and subscribe. You can also share and reshare. Another great way to support the channel. Rich Penn says GG. Thank you, Rich Penn. I'm going to say GG as well. GG to me. Thank you, thank you. Could create all the extrudes and revolves up to extrude 5 using the same sketch. Yep, that's right. Yep, we talked about that a little earlier. C2I. That's a great point. You could definitely combine your sketches and use your sketches. Use your sketches using like a shared sketch over and over. Yeah, Ex Machina says, good game, good game. Thank you, thank you. Hello, everyone. Hello, thank you. All right, and we do have some avenues available if you ever feel like doing a financial contribution. It really does go a long way towards helping the website, and we really appreciate it. Anytime we can get a value for value donation. If you feel like you're getting good value out of the TooTallToby channel, this is a great channel, great avenue you can go down, either the super chat or especially the website, TooTallToby.com/donate. That's a great avenue you can go down. You can even set that up as a recurring donation if you wanted to. So we try to put a lot of value out there, and hopefully you're getting a lot of value out of this channel. And if you are, and you want to send some back, hey, it's always very much appreciated. It goes a long way towards keeping this train rolling. So, we think about us next time you're going through and considering updating your subscriptions to like Hulu or Netflix or Disney Plus or anything like that. Think about the TooTallToby channel as well. We can always very much use your support. Value for value. We try to put out value. You send us value back, and that lets this train keep rolling. That's what we like. All right, guys, let's see what the answer is to question number 2, or challenge number 2. Let's see. We had a lot of people participating in this one, so this was a good one. It was a very, very, very good one here. Kind of a fun model. There's something kind of cool you can do with this model in SolidWorks, actually. Maybe we'll talk about that in a future power move. Dom came in pretty early. 2094. Very nice. Victor K, 2094 says, nice work, Dom. Ricardo Jean, 2094. Airwick, 2094. DG coming in 2489. I like it. Mixing it up. Oh, no, says 2094. Wrong direction for the extrusion. Omri coming in 2123. Very nice. Omri revising 2094. C2I change to improve, says hi from Spain. Yes. Thank you. Ex Machina, the time change. It's killing me. I know. Sorry, bro. It's weird here. We did change times, I think 2 weekends ago. And it's messing everybody up. All right. Good game. Good game. Thought it was 8 p.m. local, but now it's 7 p.m. Ah, yeah. What's the difference between SolidWorks and F360? There's lots of differences. Yeah. Omri says GG. Okay, good. Let's see what the correct answer is. 2094. 2094. So this one's going to Dom. Well done, Dom. Well done, Ricardo Jean. Ricardo got the first one, right? I'm trying to think I got my memory correct, right? Ricardo got the first one. Yeah, he did. Well done, Ricardo. Well done to Dom. Very, very nice. Guys, Dom is going to be competing in the tournament this Wednesday. So be sure to come back and support him in the tournament. GG to Ricardo. GG to Dom. And GL to Dom also. GG and GL. You get them both. And I want to say congratulations to our winners. Well done. Well done. And don't forget, guys, this beautiful thumbnail is no longer on YouTube because I accidentally started the stream today. So we're going to have to get a new stream link up and running. Mr. Alex's high five to Dom. Yes. Yes, indeed. So good luck, though, to our runners this week. We got the tournament finals this March 20th, this Wednesday. It's going to be awesome. Thank you so much to the amazing chat. You guys are great. We're going to be back next week, March 25th. So I hope you enjoyed the models. If you did, be sure to like, be sure to share, make your own tutorials, get the word out there. If you see me posting anything, practice model shorts, pro moves, social media, text and image-based posts, be sure to share and reshare with your network. That's the only way we're going to grow this thing. So, Nuno, what's up? Welcome. Says, looking forward to the finals. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yeah, the finals, the final four. We got Onshape versus SolidWorks, Imants versus Dom, number 1 seed versus number 4 seed. And then we've got Airwick versus Crispy Co., number 7 seed versus number 17 seed. So we got some real masters of CAD heading into this final four. I'm very excited to see how this thing all goes down. So if you guys see me posting any images, just grab those images, repost them on your social media networks. That's a great way to kind of get the word out. And join us. And thank you. Join us this Wednesday, March 20th. It's going to be a good one. All right, guys. Like I said earlier, you are indeed the best chat ever. Thanks for joining us on this episode of Model Monday Live. We're looking forward to seeing everybody next week in another episode of Model Monday Live, but we are especially looking forward to seeing everybody at the tournament this Wednesday, March 20th. Mark your calendars. Make sure you set your clock an hour ahead of time, and make sure that you share and reshare with anybody you know in the CAD world. See you, everybody. Have a great rest of the week.